Good morning, I'm Barry, this is Mega City Gaming, and this is another unboxing. So I went to work yesterday, as is my habit. I do that every day, whoop-de-doo, and this was waiting for me. A big, heavy box. I've got some kind of idea what's in it, so let's have a look. Let's unbox it, unsheath it, decloak it, debag it. Right. My cat is watching intently because it might be food, and in the past it actually has been. Thanks, Steve. Right. That is the first incision. Right. Right, yeah, that one's a bit easier. Incisions. Yeah. Enthralling, exciting, astonishing. Unbelievable. Right, here we go. It's openable now. Let's have a look. Try not to disturb the cat too much. I got brown paper. Oh, cat's gone. Right. Cat's gone. Right, brown paper. Right. Don't need that. Here we go. Got an invoice from Warlord Games. Alright. Okay, right. Now I know what's in there. Right, although it is from Warlord Games don't make laser cut MDF products. They resell them for Sarissa Precision and possibly some other companies. So what we got a paint pot holder for small pots like Army Painter or the Vallejo. I got mostly the Vallejo, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 24 pots can go in there, which is more than I'll need. Does look a little bit warped where they put the wrap on. It's kind of warped it a little bit here. Anyway, and then a water pot holder. Right, this actually fits within this one, and this is alright. I assume that's by Sarissa Precision. I assume that's also by Sarissa Precision, but they got the Warlord Games website address on it, just in case we forget, lest we forget. And this is a painting station. So these are the sides, this is the back. It's very simple. Sides, back, job done. And it fits on your lap. Will it fit in here? No, it won't fit in there. Oh well, but it will fit in there sideways. It'll go in there sideways, right? So I can obviously paint in the living room, or paint here, or paint on the toilet, and then, you know, shove it on the shelf when dinner is ready. Although, to be honest, I'm the one that cooks, so that will never happen. Right, so this fits perfectly within the paint station itself, and yeah, it fits right in there. So paint rack at the back, painting stuff at the front, job done. When I'm done with it, I'll stick it on the shelf. Right, there we go. I've got a nice, it's a business card made of paper. It's good for the environment. Prepared and sent to you by someone. Right, can't read the name. Looks like Kate. Anyway, thank you. Now this is a Project Z supermarket or a post-apocalyptic mall, or some other names I've seen that it been advertised as, and it's quite a large piece. 1, 2, 3, 4 it's 4 sections and they fit together, so that's good because for storage and stuff. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to have to glue it together or not. We'll see. And this actually is the basic version, stripped down version from the Project Z game, which I don't have, but it looks quite cool. I actually did get from Sarissa Precision the upgrade for this, which includes a roof and some other outsidey bits, because this doesn't have a roof. Yeah, I realised that after I bought it. To be honest, I bought it because I wanted this and this, because this had been out of stock for about 2 years, right? And the other paint stations were too big or too flimsy or something, and this one seemed like a perfect one for me, for my special needs. So but Warlord, this was just under the limit of getting free shipping, and free shipping is quite important because I live in Japan. So to get free shipping, I ordered something else, and I thought, well, I might as well get this because I'm right into my MDF buildings right now, so it'll go well in the wasteland, you know, fighting over cans of dog food and stuff like that. Awesome. Anyway, let's get this stuff put together, and I will, you know, talk about it when it's done. I am mid-build, right? I started putting this together, well, I actually put this together completely, and this literally took me like 5 minutes. This is not very many pieces. So I started with this, and of course the only thing that I would recommend if you do get one of these is make sure these bits are the right way up, because you want the legs sticking out. If you get them, one of them wrong, it'll be like lopsided and stuff. Sorry. Also, this part at the back, because it was all cling wrapped quite tightly and they'd already popped out the bit of sprue that was in here, it has, or it had, warped a little bit. So I stuck a bit of thing in there and left it there, thinking, well, maybe it will just fix itself, kind of like plastic. And it's worked. It's kind of like popped back mostly into a nice straight position. I'm not sure what this is for. Maybe it's to stick cards in or reference pictures or something when you're painting. It's a good touch, nice touch. This thing, of course, so easy. I will say that the connections are very tight. For thick MDF like this, it's not an issue, and you could probably get away with not even gluing it, but because I'm going to be picking it up and possibly having heavy stuff on there, then I decided to glue it for strength and durability. Right, it's got the old Warlord logo at the back. I wasn't sure whether to have it on the inside or the outside, you know, like when I'm walking around the town with my paint station that everyone can see Warlord. But actually I thought, well, I don't care about anyone else. I want to see the Warlord logo. I want to remember what their website is, just in case I need more paints and stuff. There you go. So this fits nicely in here. I didn't glue it in. I didn't glue it in because I might not want to paint. One day I might be doing just assembly or something, and I'll just pop it out and just have this, use the whole surface, you know. Yeah, you know. Right, so that's the paint station. Very nice, perfect. Right, next thing, let me draw your attention to the Project Z supermarket. Right, let's get this. There we are. Right, obviously I'm still in the middle of assembly. I had connected all the walls and doors and floors together, so it was all connected, although I hadn't glued the walls together or anything, because according to the instructions it's modular and you can just pop it apart. I'm going to disagree with that. I'll tell you why. Because these panels, yeah, you see I busted these panels here, right? There's such a tight fit on the front that I busted it, or a couple of them, just getting them on, right? Just getting them on. Well, I won't play with that too much because it will just break. Because these side bits are so thin that they're very easy to break. So when you're pushing it on, it's very hard, and then snap. Yeah, just like that. Done it a few times. You're supposed to, in order to make it modular, you're supposed to pop these off and pop them on every time you put it together. No, that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So, me being, you know, not experienced in these matters, but experienced in tinkering and modifying and stuff like that, I found a way of leaving these panels on, so I could glue this broken bit back on, and I won't have to touch that again. So glue it all together like this, and then have cut this piece off, this sticky out piece, so you ended up with two prongs here and here, and those two prongs will just slide in here without having to pop the front off. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do in order to make this modular, but it's easily done. Also, you might think, oh, if you do that, then it's just going to like pull apart and move around on the table. Well, not necessarily, because I still got this center piece, which this actually fits quite nicely. So this goes right in the middle, and it connects these four tiles together, and it stops them moving around. Plus it's quite a big piece, so there won't be a lot of moving around anyway. So I'm not going to judge Sarissa Precision for this kind of oversight, really, mainly because this was designed and made for Project Z by Warlord, and obviously Warlord wanted to make a very cheap piece of terrain, not too complicated for people to, I think it even comes in the starter box or something like that, so people get a nice piece of terrain that's easy to put together, and cheap, so it doesn't put the price up of the core box or the starter box up too much. So I'm not going to judge all Sarissa products by this, because this is made for another company. I will be getting, this is another reason I didn't really stick it together too much, I will be getting the add-on pack, which is really cool. Sarissa Precision, I can't even say it. Sarissa Precision have started doing an add-on pack which adds like pavements to the sides and more detailing to the outside, because there is no detail on the outside really, much like a real supermarket. So I won't judge, and there's lots of space for graffiti, so I might get some graffiti. Oh no, print some out, stick it on. That's what I do anyway. This is just a halfway point, so I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing, and I'll give you an update in a second. So, as you can see, it's perfect for zombie gaming, like Zombicide or whatever. I played a lot with it. I have weathered it up a bit more. Let's have a look. What I've done. What have you done? Right, obviously, because it's post-apocalyptic or dystopian future, I've, weathered it up. People haven't got time to clean. Right, you'll see the notice board here. What I did is I cut a long strip of paper, thin, about that long and about 5 mils wide, or however wide that is. And then I wrote I scrawled a load of notices, 3, possibly 4 lines for each one. Mixed up the colours a little bit using a fine line marker. So I did mostly black, but I did some browns and some blues and some reds. And because it's a lot easier to write on a strip than it is to write on a piece of paper 5 mil by 3 mils. So I had a long strip of notices, then I just went snip, 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 and then PVA'd them on here. I could have photoshopped the whole thing, this whole thing, but I wanted kind of a little bit of texture, realism kind of thing, because they're stuck on with PVA, but you can see that, you know, they're actually, yeah, they're 3D, they're stuck on there, they're not flat. Obviously I did the warning signs. Ooh. I also found this on the internet. I thought it was quite good, so I stuck that on the side. And what else? What have you done? Oh, here we go. I had quite a few of these different forms of graffiti, and I wasn't sure how many to put on. I erred on the side of caution and only put one on, furthest away from the doors, because graffiti artists are not renowned for their courage, but they're extremely artistic. So I could have stuck loads on. I mean, there's quite a lot of blank space, but I just went for one. Normally when you see something like this, you'd have also a whole bunch of tags, like, or rude words, or, you know, really stupid stuff, ruining basically the artwork of this graffiti. So I could go in with a marker and just write some stuff, but it obviously looked like I just written on there. So, oh, another thing I did is I put a ladder going up to the trap door in the roof, which is here. So the trap door, you can access the roof now, which is great. Yeah, it kind of does me in a little bit when you get terrain with a trap door and there's no way up to it. Yeah, what, you're supposed to jump? You're supposed to jump. Obviously I weathered this one too. Right, here we go. Another bit of roof. This goes above the front door. Running out of space. Ooh. This goes above the front door. I added this kind of metal trellis thing. I added that because I wanted a sign, and these are Tamiya World War II signage. I've bought them and then never used them, so, and they actually fit with the trellis. They actually fit quite well here. Without the trellis it would just fall over, but so obviously I photoshopped these, put a bit of graffiti on there. It's not perfect, it doesn't fit perfectly, but it gives, the fact that it's not perfect gives the impression of post-apocalyptic, run down, they didn't even fix the sign kind of thing. Anyway, there's those. Also, lovely ATM machine. I put photoshopped some ATM stickers, covered up the lugs, the joins, because they're horrible, and a very tiny ATM sign on the top. That's probably the smallest thing I've photoshopped. These I got loads of shelves full of stuff. Yeah, I got some green foam. Green foam. Have I got it here? No, I don't. I got some green foam anyway, and cut the green foam into blocks. Not really taking any notice of size because, you know, as long as they're roughly the same. So, and then I photoshopped the pictures and I PVA'd them on the front, and then I used Tamiya weathering pigment to dull down the shininess of the things. So I did a selection on each. Yeah, kind of made it kind of more like a supermarket where they don't really mix them up too much. But so these two would go like that. That would be the dog food aisle, and then we've got Duff beer. Spam is ubiquitous, so spam goes on every aisle. And whoops, yeah, spam, and that one. Right, need to fix that. My nail just dug into this one, so I have to fix that. Right, so overall, with a bit of tweaking, it's very cool. It's easy to put together. Not as it comes out of the box, you have to tinker with it, and adding bits on and stuff like that. It's great. It's perfect. Look, I love this. Anyway, so as you saw the pictures, I had a lot of fun, and that's it really. Now, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you. Bye bye.